Good evening, viewers. During his visit to China, President Lee Jae-myung told accompanying journalists in an impromptu meeting that progress had far exceeded expectations. He said South Korea-China relations are mutually necessary and need not involve confrontation. He dismissed President Xi Jinping's stand on the right side, the so-called selective pressure, as obvious words referencing Confucius and gave it little significance, prioritizing national interests. We now turn to reporter Joo-young in Shanghai.
President Lee Jae-myung chose China for his first New Year trip. On the last day of his state visit, he once again stressed practical diplomacy focused on national interests to the press in Shanghai.
President Xi Jinping does his utmost for China's national interests. President Lee Jae-myung of South Korea is doing his utmost for the country's national interests.
This reflects his stance on President Xi's "choose the right side" comment at the South Korea-China summit 2 days ago.
We must firmly stand on the right side of history and make the right strategic choices.
I saw those words as Confucius' teaching. We should strive to live upright. I understand it that way.
Even if it was indirect pressure not to side with Japan amid China-Japan conflicts, he is clearly not going to respond. He emphasized that Japan ties are critical strategically. President Lee assessed that there had been more progress during this visit to China than anticipated. He said some structures China installed in the West Sea would be relocated, and that working-level talks would draw lines in the joint waters. During his visit, President Lee pushed to resolve anti-Korean and anti-Chinese issues. On China's restrictions on Korean cultural content, he expressed hope for a smooth resolution. Joo-young, MBN News, Shanghai.